Why is facial beauty so subjective but a hot body so universal? I know, what a controversial thing to say in this age of TikTok and beauty Instagram vloggers and models. Today's topic is beauty. Okay, the first point, I want to talk about looks maxing. There's this whole term in the black pill community about tiering one's looks. Certain features make you more attractive and certain other features or mutations of those features make you less attractive. Suppose a big nose would be considered not as attractive as a well-proportionate Greek nose or aquiline nose perhaps. You could even be advised to go under the blade for plastic surgery to fix those facial asymmetries. But that doesn't work, that's not science, that's a feeling. I get it, yes, in a lot of researches, symmetrical faces were the ones that were found to be most attractive. In photos, in videos, online, on your mobile phone, behind a screen that is, not in real life. Look, what am I doing right now? Okay, I can do it, but I'm making facial expressions, and facial expressions are asymmetrical. So in the virtual world where the TikTokers and Instagram models live, yes, symmetry does dictate facial beauty. But in the real life where I try to live, you use your facial asymmetries to express your unique personality. And that's what's most attractive. Like the Japanese even have this thing with asymmetrical teeth. I forgot what it's called, maimuge. It's something like, but the Japanese people find those girls really cute. I got this information from one of my weeb friends, so it must be true. That's one point I would like to debunk, because a lot of the facial asymmetries that you have, some kind of mutation happened, not necessarily bad, but it did happen, and now suppose your one eyebrow is just a bit higher than the other. It does not make you ugly, it makes you unique. In real life, everyone is subjective. What is objectivity other than what is subjective to the most number of people? And you can't even trust people in the virtual world. Not with the advent of AI, and even before that. Photoshop was a thing for a long time. You see, I know a lot of Photoshop because I was a digital artist, but I don't think I know as much as my insecure middle school grade nieces do. Like, wow, they changed everything. They change everything about their face before posting. In the real life, asymmetry makes you beautiful, and go with that. And yes, look, I have to admit one reality, that there is a certain thing called pretty privilege. When you submit CVs and resumes for a job, some people may prefer the prettier face over yours. And yes, the professional life is a very important aspect of the modern civilized human. However, there's also one other important aspect that a lot of people seem to be forgetting right now. An institution as old as time, I would say, as old as religion and our civilization itself, it's called marriage. Right now, the definition of marriage is changing. Monogamy is still the mainstream in the vast majority of the human population, whether that be monogamous marriage or monogamous relationships. In this really interesting book that I called by a long-time marriage researcher and psychologist called John Gottman, he found that out of all the metrics you can judge a marriage by, whether it will succeed or fail, facial attractiveness came in one of the last places. Things that are more important for a relationship to last are respect, realistic expectations, responsibility, open-ended communication, not criticizing your partner, not being contemptuous, not shutting yourself out behind a stone wall, stuff like that. Facial attractiveness was barely in it. The book was called How to Make Love Last. I will link it in the description below. And if you want me to share more about what I've learned from this book, it's really amazing. Give this video a like, I'll honor your request. So yes, people seem to take their professional lives way too seriously and their marriage lives not seriously at all. And by marriage, I mean relationship life. In a romantic relationship, attractiveness, especially facial attractiveness, may play a large part into getting you to that limerent stage, that intoxicating feeling of love that you just cannot let go of. But that feeling is going to pass. At most 2 years, and then you will be moving on from obsessive love, where your hormones do all the work, to a more calm and relaxed state, the evolution of love. And your facial attractiveness won't be enough to make it last. Other things will. Facial attractiveness is not universal, but a hot bod is. What is a hot bod? It's a qualitative judgment on someone's appearance, which should be bad. But what is it really? Because it's so ubiquitous, online and offline. Some people are just so attractive, like every person from every culture will find them beautiful. Not merely pleasing, but beautiful. So what do I mean by it? In simple terms, it's a body that has the features that signal good health, whether that be the lack of metabolic syndrome, an extended capacity for aerobic activities and resistance training, a proper fat to body mass ratio, and hygiene. That's a hot bod. Most of the time, these people work out, not in the gym, but they do strenuous physical activity, cardio at least 300 minutes a week, and resistance training perhaps 150 minutes a week. And they may not do it consciously, they just may be doing it in their day-to-day lives. Hence, their body naturally takes on a shape that is considered a beach body, I would say. You don't have to have an hourglass body for it or a V taper. Lean muscle that is suitable for stability so that you won't fall down is much more attractive to the most amount of people than a Greek god from the gym who is on anabolic steroids, who can do nothing but lift weights but is useless when it comes to climbing a mountain. This health signals suitability to mate, and that's the genetic aspect. Some facial and bodily features, it signals reproductive health. It signals stamina to do hard work, because crafting a muscular body that has more muscle than fat, I would say, to resist that temptation and to do honest work to keep your body in shape takes a lot of will and self-control. At the end of the day, any exercise in today's sedentary society north of 0 is good. Even if you just exercise in a gym, you are ahead and more attractive than 90% of the people, whether you are a man or a woman. Because people just don't do active physical activities nowadays. And the people I see in the gym, my gym buddies, they are very happy people. I wonder why. Well, I know why. Because the mind follows the body. A healthy bod is what causes a healthy mind, because your mind lives in your brain and your brain is part of your body, Jimmy Neutron. It is. Going back to the in-person thing again with the date, more often than not, people who do physical activities, whether consciously or unconsciously, to keep their bodies healthy, are more social. I'm not talking about extroverted or introverted. I'm saying that they are not antisocial. And by antisocial, I mean people who are psychopathic, narcissistic, and Machiavellianistic. Look, there's a famous scene on a TV series of a woman saying, defending herself for going to the gym, because the gym gives her endorphins. Endorphins make you happy. And happy people just don't shoot their husbands. I'll put the clip here.
The gun is missing. The coroner said he'd been dead 30 minutes when the cops arrived, giving Brooke plenty of time to stash it.
I just don't think Brooke could have done this. Exercise gives you endorphins. Endorphins make you happy. Happy people just don't shoot their husbands. They just don't.
Two things to consider here. And these are very important, so listen. You don't need to have the best looking body to be healthy. If you are fat right now and you think that you'll be happy after you losing 20 pounds or 40 pounds, that's not how it goes, because it will never be enough. You have to be happy and content right now with yourself. Yes, you made a mistake. Yes, you outate yourself, but you can fix that. And number two, within the population that have the highest risk of mortality from heart attack or stroke, those who convey a positive attitude towards life are 50% less likely to die from those causes. Even if you are morbidly obese, if you are happy, then you are less likely to die than another morbidly obese person who is not. And you know the best way to become even happier? Endorphins, working out, eating healthy, crafting a hot bod. Do you know that Finland has a culture of sauna? From young to old age, everyone shares the sauna communal place. And there's a lot of saunas that are mixed gender. So both sexes, men and women, can enter them. I don't know if, like the Japanese, they cover themselves with a towel. But what I do know is that when it's done in the family, like grandparents, father, mother, uncle, aunts, and nephews and cousins, they all go in together butt naked. And that's really weird to us who have been westernized, because we conflate nudity with sexuality. Nudity is normal. Nudity is not something to be ashamed about. And I think because of this mindset, bodies come in all shapes and sizes. You must understand here, Finland is the happiest country in the world. Not all Finns have hot bods. So just imagine real body positivity that goes on there. I want you to understand that fatness and obesity is a symptom, not the cause. It is a symptom of a much larger problem called metabolic syndrome. I think that's also one of the reasons why I'm moving to Finland. I think it's just plain easier to stay happy. Happiness is not the absence of any sort of depressive thoughts, but it is the result of facing them head on and defeating them with a healthy mindset and a healthy physique. So let me modify what I've claimed at the start of this video. A beautiful face is subjective, but a healthy body is universal. Not all hot people are healthy, but to me, all healthy people are hot. If you disagree, then leave a comment below. Let me learn from you and from your perspective. There has already been a few regular commenters. Thank you guys for sticking with me. More controversial yet philosophical content is coming. Subscribe to my channel if you would like to hear me. I will be leaving for Finland in less than 2 weeks from today, which is the 8th of August. Wish me luck. Thank you for watching the video. Moi moi. Namaste.